Hello, everybody. My name is Celia, and today I want to talk about a phrase that I've heard often when I first came here, which is to go back to where you came from or go back to your country. Um, I never want to have to hear that again. I never hope that anybody hears that again. And I believe that if we have this conversation about immigrants, what they go through, and the decisions that we have to come with, the hard things that we have to go through, and then most importantly, just how we can mix both worlds together. I believe that we can come to a better understanding of immigrants and how we can accept them. So, I'm an immigrant myself. I came here from Syria when I was about 12 years old. I didn't know English and I picked it up a little bit, as you can tell. Um, and yeah, so when I first came here, we're faced with a choice. Um, because there is so many of us here, there's about 44 million people that live in the US that were born from another country. That's a very large number of people. Um, and it's expected to continue growing through the years. With that being said, if you haven't already met somebody from a different country, which you have met me, but you definitely will at some point in your life with more people. So it's very important to just talk about immigrants because there is a lot of us, and just to understand them, just to build a better community overall. Um, so again, we're faced with a choice when we come here internally, whether it's to learn the English language and understand it, and the other choice is to create our own isolation group. An example of isolation group, just to put it in a better perspective for you, is like Chinatown. So when you go into Chinatown and you see people of the same ethnic background, they're all from a similar country, that they speak similar languages. Um, they're created their own town, their own isolation. They don't try to learn the English language. Most of them don't. Some of their kids don't know English at all, actually. Um, and they don't try to understand that there is an American culture, so they just keep their own. On the other hand, there is people that try to learn the English language. I'm one of them. When I first came here, I was quickly put into the system, like the school system, and I went into school and I didn't know English. So after a week of me moving here, I was in middle school when I had to learn English. So there is options for us, but there's not many resources. So when I went into school, I was the only Syrian person that spoke Arabic. So who's gonna help me? Nobody did. There's not much resources. So we get stuck into this thing where it's like, okay, now I've adapted to the American language and the American culture, but I'll never be American. I've gotten my citizenship as of last year. I got my citizenship, but Americans don't claim me as being American, purely for the fact that I don't look like them. I still have an accent or whatever. I still don't know all of the English terms. And then when I go to Syria, they don't accept me because I'm not Syrian enough for them, because I've forgotten some of the Arabic words. I don't, quote unquote, think like them anymore. Will never be enough for either world now. So just coming into the understanding of the fact that we're us, there's people that don't fit into neither, like we're the outliers for both groups, is hard. People either develop like PTSD from moving, or many psychological effects happen in an immigrant's mind just because of the pure fact that we're not accepted. So I believe that if we just understand that we're not harmful people, we're not trying to kill anybody, like we're just living, we go to school, we have a job, like it shouldn't be that hard to just accept us. And I believe that more of these conversations need to happen just so that we can find the perfect mixture. We don't have to result into isolation groups, and we also don't have to force to try to become the American, because we don't need to be American to still fit in. And we don't need to fit in, we just need to be ourselves and still be accepted. So please just understand that we're trying. Thank you.